And now I'm going to do something a little different. This is my first time trying to do this, so it's kind of an experiment. I'm going to take just an old cup, some Citadel, I think it was scorched grass. I'm not sure, I forget the name now. It's like the scorched grass or autumn grass or something like that. It's got the, it's by Citadel. It's got like really bright yellows and reds and stuff in it. I don't use this one so much as grass because I find that the colors are a little bit too vibrant, and I don't know, they don't, to me they don't look realistic enough. But for what I'm doing here, the color of the grass that we're going to use, or flock, isn't, it doesn't really matter, and you'll see why in a second. Because we're going to be using English uniform, kind of dark khaki-ish, not really khaki, but a dark military type green. And you can see there what I mean by the color of the grass. And I'm just going to use this bamboo skewer. It's something I got at the dollar store, like $150 for just over $1 or something like that, or actually $300 for just over $1. I'm going to use some PVA glue, apply some of the paint, which needed a bit more mixing. As you can see, there was a bit of like bright green in the color, but there's no specific art to this. I'm just going to mix that in. I did dilute it a little bit with water, but I'm going to go ahead and use some P3 mixing medium because I don't want to dilute the paint too much. I still want that to bond to the grass. And a little bit of extra water in there because that PVA glue is quite thick. So as you can see here, it's the paint and glue is sticking to the grass, but the you know, the grass is coming out fairly I wouldn't say like clean, but I mean it's not like glopped on with the like the glue and everything like that. There's just enough sticking to it so that you can apply it to the base. And what I'm aiming for is to make it look kind of like dead grass, mossy kind of a look to it, because I do want this base to have a feel of like death and decay, just to go hand in hand with my skeleton pony. And I'm applying it just anywhere where I think that moss or dead grass might still be, you know, holding on to as little bit of life as it could. I'm keeping in mind where my pony's going to be because I don't want to apply any of that like necessarily right under her feet or his feet. It's fairly gender neutral considering it's a skeleton. And yeah, so as you can see, I just continue to take out little bits of the grass and apply it. What I learned as I was working with this is that I probably would have gotten a better result if I would have taken the grass in my hands beforehand and kind of like rubbed it about to bend them, because right now they're all still straight. I was hoping when I mixed it that it would kind of give it some like texture and whatnot, but they still stayed fairly straight. So I think if I would have rubbed it in my fingers, it would have gave it a bit more of crushed and dead grass mossy look. Still, for a first attempt, I think this turned out fairly well, and I really liked how it looked anyway. You might notice I keep putting the pony on the base, because I'm just seeing how the grass is looking in comparison to where the pony is. If I need a little extra more grass, like a little extra grass here or there, and so I keep going back in and adding some. And I pretty much like how it's looking there. Now, I did find after it dried that the green was a bit too bright still, so I went in with a, I think it was the Army Painter inks in soft tone. It's their lightest of the 3 brown tones. And I just gave like a little very light diluted wash over that. Then, unfortunately, I don't have the footage for it, but I will make a video to show you how I did this. As you see here, this little like green mossy stuff that I have, I used some of the like battle foam type of sponge that you get when you purchase miniatures, like in blisters and things like that. You'll often get like a little piece of dense foam. You can use that. I think what I used was actually insulator foam that you put like under doors, but it's exactly the same thing. It's a really dense foam. And yeah, so I'll make a video to show you how I did that. It was pretty easy, just kind of painted it, glued it on, and you get that very mossy look, which I thought was perfect. And I applied it pretty much over all the areas where I had applied the grass, and I did apply it in a brighter green. so there's some contrast between like the dead grass and the moss and stuff like that growing over it. I really like how the base turned out. What else did I do here? Oh yeah, I had painted the hooves with a base coat of snot green, and then I used that lighter green that I mixed up and gradually just applied some lines of color, horizontal lines going down the hooves just to give it some texture and brighten it up. And then I brightened up the edges a little bit with the bottom edges a little bit with that same color. And I also went ahead and just painted the edge of the base in black to finish it off, give that really nice polished look. I really hope you like it. I'm very pleased with how she turned out. I kind of just had a feeling of how I wanted her to look and went with it. Tried some new things, and I did learn along the way, but at the same time I really like how the new techniques and stuff like that I tried out worked. Really new at basing, and this is probably like my third or fourth attempt at like at basing, and this was actually my second time using the cork on the base. So yeah, I really enjoyed how she turned out. I do have a second skeleton pony that I'm looking forward to painting. This one here is for a very dear friend of mine, and I will be shipping her off soon, so I wanted to get a video in of her beforehand and share her with you. Please leave me your comments. I'm very excited to hear what you guys think of her. I'm very happy to share her with you. Yeah, I love this miniature. I definitely recommend her, so if you like what you see, check out Impact Miniatures website and pick up your own skeleton pony. Definitely let me know if you do, and yeah. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please stop by the forum, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. I love your feedback, I love hearing from you guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Please join me again next time. Alright, have a great day. Bye!